Hi. So in this session we are going to perform some basic operations on arrays. So we have already seen how to declare an array and what is an array, why do we need an array. So let's start with the code on array, and I've created a class here which is basics of arrays, right? So how we had declared the array? Our array is declared like this: int array equal to this new int of 10 size. Okay, what this will do is this will create a array of 10 integers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Its name is arr, right? Now if you want to perform any operation on this array, you just need to use this arr. Through arr you can do anything. We have already discussed the indexing concept. This is our 0th element, first element, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8 and 9. So this is of an array of 10 size. So our indexing will grow from 0 to 9, right? Now if you want to do anything on 0th element, how will you will do is you will do like this: arr at 0 equal to 5, right? So here what will happen is here 5 will be there. If you want to do anything on 5th element, you can just use the concept of indexing, that at 5th index, let's say I am adding 17. arr at 5 equal to 17, that means here 17 will come, right? This is how we update the element. This is arr at 0 and arr at 5. If you want to print, you can just use this. I am printing arr at 0, right? So if I am printing arr at 0 and running this, my answer is coming out to be 5. So that's clear that at arr 0 my element is 5, so I am able to see 5. If I try to print this, let's say arr at 5, so my answer will be as expected 17. 5 and 17 are there. Perfect. Okay, so this is how we change the element, and this is how we access the element. That I want arr at 0, I want what is present at arr at 5, that means what is present at 5th index, what is present at 0th index, right? This is what is happening. One another thing which is very important is that you cannot do this arr at -1 equal to 18. -1 is not an index. If you try to do that, you are getting array index out of bound exception. Array index out of bound means index -1 out of bound for length 10. So negative indexing will never be there. As we had discussed, if we have an array of n size, our indexing will range from 0 to n-1. That means negatives are not allowed definitely, because our starting range is from 0. What I am saying here is this is also not allowed. arr at 10 equal to 15, because 10th index is not with us. If we try to do that, again we will get the same error: array index out of bound, index 10 out of bound for length 10. So if we have an array of 10 size, our indexing is from 0 to 9. Okay, so above 10 obviously there will not be allowed. So only indexes which are allowed are 0 till 9. Okay, so whether you want to access or you want to update, everything will be here, will be within the index range. Clear? Okay, one more important thing, that this square bracket can be here as well. Either you can declare like this or you can declare like this. Both are same, it's just a syntax difference. You can use this as well, you can use other thing as well, that my square brackets are not here but square brackets are here. But at one place it should be there to say that arr is of type array. Okay, so you can place square brackets here or after int, it's your choice, both are correct. Okay, another thing, let us say I am trying to access this arr at 3. Okay, so what has happened up till now is that this is my array of 10 size 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. ARR at 3. At ARR at 0, I have inserted 5. At ARR 5, I have inserted 17. I am trying to access ARR at 3. What is present at here? Let us explore that. So here the answer is 0. So at ARR 3, 0 is present. What I am saying here is, if you try to access ARR at 4 as well, that will be 4. Okay. Let us see that. ARR at 4 is also 0. So that means when you declare an array like this, by default values are initialized with 0. Values are initialized with 0. If I have not done that, this like this, and I am doing like this, all the elements are 0. Okay, so all the values, whenever you have declared this, it is an array of 10 size, and by default the values are initialized with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. When you do this, ARR at 0 equal to 5, so it gets changed, this value is 5. When you do ARR at 5 equal to 17, that means this value is changed, from 0 it has become 70. Okay, so by default whenever you have declared the array, they are initialized with 0. For integer array, they are initialized with 0. Okay, so by default values of array are initialized with 0 in case of integer array. Let us explore other types of array as well. Let us say, now this was an integer array. Let us say I have a char array as well, like this. Char array, C array. Let us say it's of again type 10. Okay, here let's say I have printed this, but I have not printed this. Okay, so error at 0, 5, error at 5, 17, print 0 and 5, that is correct. Now let us say I have another double array as well. Sorry, here it will not be int, here it will be char, new double of 10 size. Okay, and I'm trying to print, sorry, C array at 0, and after that I'm trying to print D array at 0. Let us see what happens. So the values which are coming here is, here nothing is coming. Actually integer array was initialized with all values as 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Character array by default values are initialized with null character. There is a null character. So the character values are initialized with 0. The null character value, ASCII value, is actually 0. So you are getting a null character here. There is a character which is a null character. If you talk about double, you have initialized a double array of 10 size. Its by default values are initialized with 0.0. So all the values are initialized with 0. If it was integer, it is exactly 0. If it was character, it will be 0 in terms of integer. Now ASCII value, whose ASCII value is 0, it's actually null character. For double, it is actually 0.0. For long, it will be again 0. So by default, the values are initialized with 0, and according to the type, it gets changed. For character, it is null character. For double, it is 0.0. Okay, so by default, array values are initialized with values comparable to 0. Okay, so that is what is happening here. We have explored that how we can initialize a character array, how can we can initialize a double array, how can we change the value of any element of the array, ARR at 0, ARR at 5, how can we access the element in the array, ARR at 0, what is ARR at 5, and we have seen what are the by default values of array with which the array is initialized. Okay, so these are the very basic operations which we have performed, and that will give you more clarity that how array is initialized, how we can access, how we can change, and how we can update the values, etc., etc. We are going to perform more operations like taking the input and printing all the elements of array, and that we will start in the next session. For now, you should have a basic clarity. Try to play with all these things, that how we can change, how we can initialize the array, what is happening behind, and then move on to the next session. Okay, great. Thank you.